we can only be so shredded and all of that sort of thing. But when it comes to the mind, you can grow it to as strong as you want. The sky's the limit, right? So, it's important to have that mental strength to push you through those tough times, those struggles where you go, you know what, I'm not going to give up.
Yeah.
I'm going to work on my craft. I'm going to get better at it. I'm going to educate myself more. I'm going to spend more time on it, and I'm going to, I'm going to pursue my dreams.
Correct. And look, I was just thinking about it then too, Zah, and I remember you saying one specific line. It was probably a couple of weeks ago when we were sitting here trying to structure what we're going to do with this at the same time too.
Yep.
You can take everything away from me, literally everything. The money, cars, clothes, whatever it is. But the mindset's one thing you can't take away from it.
That's right.
And the structure, the education, the everything. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Purely based on the fact that you've learnt that, you've gone out there, you've done the hard yards, so understand what it is, what it takes, how to do something, and be really, really, really prominent and successful in it. You can't just delete that. You know what I mean? And if you buy into a mindset where you're going to learn all this stuff, where you can become better every single day at the same time too, and really, really, really try to push forward, you are going to be someone who is unstoppable in any case.
100%, 100%. But a lot of people fail and they give up, right?
Yeah,
because
exactly.
what another thing that brings people down is surrounding themselves with other people,
other negative
right?
people, yeah,
who are in the loser mindset.
Sorry,
right?
Negative people. They might not be negative, but negative people.
Yeah, so like the loser mindset.
Correct.
So if you hang out with losers, you're going to become a loser.
Correct.
Right, and you're going to eventually, You'll give up on your dreams, and you'll jump from one thing to another, and who knows what's going to happen to you. But if you hang around winners, people who excel, people who invest in themselves, right, are constantly growing personally, financially, through education as well, all of that sort of stuff, right? Then you're ultimately going to be a better person tomorrow, right? So it's really important, and for especially the younger people that are listening to this, it's really, really important that they eliminate the negative people out of their life, right? And I grew up with a lot of negative people in my life. Mate, I in my whole 20s, I didn't talk to my family, right? And it's not something I'm proud of, but they didn't support anything I was doing, right? And look, I probably had a bit of ego about me as well, and thank God I'm back in touch with my family now in my early 30s, and I love being with my family, right? But in my 20s, like, they didn't support anything that I did, right? So you know what I did? I eliminated them. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to spend any time with you because, number one, you don't support what I do. Yeah. So, because a lot of people out there that are listening are going to go, oh, Zah, but, I can't eliminate everyone, like, I've grown up with these people. And it's like, well, fuck yeah, you can.
Yeah.
I eliminated my own family. And you know what? Those people that I eliminated are now trying to get back into my life because they're going, so, how did you do it? But before, when I was in my 20s, you're pointing and laughing.
100%.
Right?
100%.
And look, there are still people out there that point and laugh at me now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's still people that think, like, they make fun of me, right? With what I'm doing. But I'm not living my life for those people.
No, you're not.
Right? I'm living my life for, for me. And at the
going back to the whole process of, these are small-minded people, though. These aren't people that have dreams and aspirations at the same time too. Like, I cop it all the time. I cop it a lot. I think I was only just saying to you guys recently, I was at a birthday party, and I sent you guys a message saying, guys, I don't fucking feel right being here. Yeah. There's a small-minded people around me, and I need to get out because I'm sitting here and I'm not...
Because you're growing.
I'm not capable of conversing with these people. I'm sitting here going, like, I need to be around like-minded people that have some idea, that want to push forward, that want to do something. You know what I did? I bought into a mindset that night, and this is so relevant to right now. I bought into a mindset, I don't have anything to talk to about with these people. Yeah. So what am I going to fucking talk about? So I'm going to sit here.
There's no common ground.
No. I had to find one. I had to find one. I just had to go harvest information off these people, and find out what's going on in your life, and try to connect somehow. You know
Do shots at the bar.
That's what it was. Zah, that's what it was. I got fucked up.
I've got friends. Look, I've got friends. I've got friends like that as well, and I've eliminated those people out of my life because I don't need them, and
I agree.
It's those same types of people that point and laugh at me. Yeah. Those same types of negative people that point and laugh at me.
Of course.
Now, I don't want to be around those people. I want to be around people who are going to take a lot of motivation and inspiration away from the things that I do. Right? I want to help other people succeed.
Exactly right.
Those other negative people that are just pointing and laughing and staying in the same spot. they will remain there.
Correct.
They will remain there. And you know what? They haven't changed. You know, like in 10 years, I look back and I see these people on social media. I see these people, you know, sometimes I bump into them when I go back to the hometown and they're exactly the same. They're not doing anything else, you know what I mean? And if that's what they like to do, then that's what they like to do. And I'm sure they're not listening to this podcast today. But but you know what?
I hope they are.
Yeah. To make a change for the better.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
For the benefit, you know
taking
what I mean?
motivation, taking inspiration away from this podcast rather than
right.
pointing and laughing.
Exactly right. And can I just put out there as well, there's a fair few people watching at the moment. Please, if you have any questions, please feel free to shoot them through. I'd love to do a bit of a Q&A at the end of it at the same time too. But
thank you.
We really enjoy everything at the moment for to do with this podcast. We've had some great feedback so far, and we're really excited to keep going. But if I can bring it to anything in respect to mindset too, I think it's got a lot to do with business. In Zara, you and I both understand the sports nutrition industry very, very, very well, and this is probably one of the least educated industries anywhere for projected growth, understanding where they are within their business and moving forward, because everyone's
very behind.
Very, very, very behind, especially in Australia. In Australia, right? Now, you see a lot of copying. No innovation, you know what I mean? And this is where people are going wrong, because they're not buying into a mindset of, I can do better than this person by thinking of a new plan or a new strategy. They're just copying. And how does that get you anywhere? How can buying into a strategy or a mindset of, hey, I'm going to do better just by following their path? Yes, that might get you one step forward, but you want to be one step ahead of them, right? So innovation is a mindset too. If you want to be Steve Jobs, if you want to be Apple, if you want to be the person who is the pinnacle, you know what I mean? Like people don't go, have you got a phone? You go, have you got an iPhone? You know what I mean? It's because he bought into a mindset. I'm going to fucking change shit. And I really think that's something that people should really take a look at in their own business as well. Because if you want your business to be something, and you really, really, really care about your customers, you want to innovate. And you want to innovate yesterday. You want to start thinking of good ideas. You want to start thinking of stuff that no one else has done. Pick gaps and buy into a mindset that you're going to change lives. Because if you do that, that's how you're going to catapult your business. You know what I mean? So, and I take it back to the sports nutrition industry, because there's a lot of people out there who generally tend to make it seem like they're doing great.
I think with the sports nutrition industry, there's a lot of small minds within that industry,
massively,
right?
Massively.
And I think they lose focus on what they're actually trying to do, because there's a lot of marketing bullshit that goes behind a lot of those products, right? And to me, a lot of the products are marketing bullshit, right? However, they are products that help you live a better lifestyle.
100%.
Right?
100%.
But I think what's going on with this industry, it's so focused on sales, because competition is fierce, right? And our population is obviously doesn't compare to, say, America or Europe or anything like that, right? And you know, but it is growing. But what's happening is that a lot of these companies and these brands are losing focus on what is their purpose, right? So whenever I was, heavily involved in health and fitness, my purpose was to change people's lives, to bring a lifetime of value and experience to whoever I was dealing with, right?
Correct.
And whether, even if there wasn't a transaction made, I would pride myself on those values, right?
And giving them value.
That's right. So, and to me, it's all about long-term relationships. So, let's say we service a customer or a client, and they need help with their diet or their exercise, and then they may not even be ready for supplements.
Correct.
Right? Then we go, okay, no worries. This is your diet. This is your training schedule. Come back and see us in 2 or 3 months. Now, that customer guaranteed is going to come back to you.
Of course.
Right? However, people now who run these stores are scolding their staff for doing stuff like that, when in actual fact, it's probably the best thing that they can do for their brand.
Of course.
Right? So it's a shame that that's happening, because so many people are buying products they don't even need, right? And what's going to happen is that these customers are going to go home. They're going to try the product. They're going to, 2 months are going to go by, and they're going to, I haven't really seen any difference. I think I just got ripped off. Do you think that customer is going to go back to that shop, right? So I think the focus, obviously sales are important. You need, you need sales to run a business, right? However, but you need to care about the result of the end consumer first, rather than thinking, okay, I'm just going to make a sale and I've just got money in the till. And that's also a mindset, right? The mindset is long-term. So there's short-term mindset and there's long-term mindset. And short-term mindset gets you nowhere.
Correct.
You know what I mean? You might make a quick dollar now, but you know, are you going to get a lifelong relationship of a client or customer? No. You know, like I've got, for example, in my businesses of being in business for almost 10 years, I've got customers and clients that still see me till this day from 10 years ago.
Yeah,
right? They go through every single business of mine because you know what? Yes, I do care about the money, but that's not my first focus. My first focus is them, then their experience.
You know what the big thing is with that too, Zar? The more you care about them, the more the money comes.
That's right.
Because not only do they love you, but they start referring people too.
It's a long term.
Exactly. It's a long term thing. And how many of these people have you gone and had a beer with? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Literally, they become friends. They've done this, they've done that.
My clients are my friends.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like they become friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you build this community where people, like for example, my social media is predominantly people I do business with, right? And you know, like I've built this community of people where they just trust me, right? And because they know I'm not going to rip them off.
Correct.
You know, they know I'm not going to do bad business because I've built that up over the last 10 years, and that mindset, I've had to keep that long-term mindset for such a long time. Like, for example, I am very, very good friends with the people who are my direct competition.
Yeah.
Right? In terms of business-to-business relationships. Now, long-term, that's really good for me because, you know, sometimes, you know, their staff will come over to us or vice versa, and we just need to have that connection. If there's bad blood there, then where's that going to get us?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, that's a negative mindset.
And you see it happen a lot too, right? Like I've seen like turf war happen, especially with like within the sports nutrition industry too.
Well, I went through it with the nightclubs. You know what I mean? And it's very childish. It gets you nowhere. Look at what it did to the nightclub industry. Yep. The reason why all of these lockouts came out and the reason why all these clubs got shut down is because of all of those turf wars.
Correct.
Too much ego.
Correct.
Right? Take away the emotion, take away the ego, focus on long-term mindset, and you will have a successful business.
And for yourself as well, not for the others around you. Because, I mean, I was, again, not saying don't worry about the people around you. You still got to care for people around you, yes. But in regards to getting ahead, you can't service anyone else until you've serviced yourself.
100%.
And I've dealt with that firsthand. You know, like I learnt that through, you know, with emotional relationships, we'll just say, right? And I learnt that if I'm not happy, how am I supposed to make someone else happy?
Right? The king has to eat first.
100%.
And then you can help the others.
That's right, exactly right. And I used to think that as a selfish saying, but now I really get the understanding and the meaning of it, where it's not selfish at all, because what's the point of trying to, you know, it's like us trying to talk about all of this stuff now to everyone listening, right? And then all of a sudden we don't practice anything that we preach, right? That it's stupid. It's stupid. So, you know, that's another thing I feel with mindset as well, is it goes back to whole long term and whatnot, but you've got to make sure that you are, you know, in pole position to take yourself where you want to go.
Correct.
And then you'll be able to take others with you, because you know what, there's been so many people as well, they go out and they start business, and we're so inspired. The thing is, okay, we've talked about this a couple of times as well. Social media, we see the best of the best on social media. We don't see any shit, right? We see everything good and nothing below. Now, you're seeing people like Richard Branson and others like that are they're leaders within their empire, right? Yeah. They're absolute leaders, and they go above and beyond. See, we don't see if Richard Branson is telling someone to get fucked because he's done something dirty to the company. We're not going to see that because he doesn't promote himself.
And hey, it happens.
It happens. That's right. He doesn't promote himself like that. But so what I'm trying to get at here is a lot of people try to take on this leadership, right? But they don't realise is that they're not fit for it just yet. They got to make sure that their wheels are in proper motion before they then go, okay, you come on my team, you come on my team, and you, and you, and you. You can start to, because these people that you bring on board, they're not going to be at your mental strength. They're not. That's why you're the leader, because you're the strongest one of the lot, right? So they're going to have issues. They're going to have, you know, I'm feeling down because of this, and I you know, and it's going to bring you down.
Yeah.
But if you're mentally strong enough, this is what I'm trying to get at. If you're mentally strong enough to overcome all of that, then you're mentally strong enough to lead a team. Then you can go back to, no, you wouldn't want to because you're so far past it, but say you could go back to hanging out with those old mates to try and convert their mindset. Yeah. But let's say for the people that are listening that are hanging out with the wrong type of people, or the people that just drag them down and they bring nothing positive to their life, right? To separate, yes, I understand it's an emotional ride, right? It's not as easy as it is said, but if it can be done, you know that, okay, you've taken the first step to better yourself.